Oh, hey guys. I was just looking into a new book that I'm interested in reading. It's from my favorite author and also the one that's doing the book that we're reading now. And it's called The World's Worst Parents by David Williams. It is a very exciting, hilarious read. You'll get to read about Belinda Bragg and many other countless stories of some of the world's worst parents. You think yours are bad? Better not. At least you better not say that in front of them. These will definitely make you laugh and keep you in stitches. Now, before we get started, make sure you pay attention today. We have 2 exciting new chapters from that same author in David Williams' Ice Monster. So, pay attention. If you don't remember the answers, go back and re-listen because we will not accept "I don't know" as an answer. Because there is a way to find out if you don't know. If you're reading something and you don't know the answer, you can reread it, or in this case, re-listen. All right, let's get started with chapters 17 and 18. Curious Creatures. In her many years of working there, Dottie had cleaned every inch of the Natural History Museum. She knew the best hiding places. "Down here," hissed the lady as she led Elsie down some stone steps. Ahead of them stood a huge metal door with a sign that read, "Do not enter." Dottie fished in her pocket and pulled out a jangling bunch of keys. "It's one of these," she muttered to herself. "But which one?" pressed Elsie. "I know it's a metal one." "They're all metal. They're keys. Give them here." Elsie snatched the keys off Dottie, and after a few attempts found the right one. She unlocked the door and ushered Dottie inside. Then, as quietly as she could, the girl closed the door behind them and locked it. Clunk! Listening through the thick metal, the pair heard a sound of bootsteps descending the stairs. Click-clack, click-clack, click-clack. The door handle was turned. Rattle! The pair held their breaths. There followed the sound of bootsteps ascending the stairs. Click-clack, 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 click-clack. The pair exhaled. "Thank goodness, Clout doesn't have his keys," whispered Elsie. "No," replied Dottie. "They're right here," she added, holding up the set in her hand. "I lost mine, so I borrowed his." "Clever, Dottie." "Not just a pretty face," said the cleaning lady. Elsie smiled. There was no answer to that. "So, where are we?" "The Natural History Museum in London." "Yes, I know that, Dottie. I mean, we're in the Natural History Museum in London." "Oh, we're in the storeroom. Now stay close to me." If upstairs the full of wonders, downstairs was even more so. The storeroom was full of things that were too weird to be put on show. The pair passed a number of curious creatures pickled in tanks. There was a shark with 2 heads, a giant tortoise the size of a baby elephant, and a snake as long as a cricket pitch. Overlooking them were stuffed conjoined twin owls, a mighty lump of red rock that looked like it had fallen to Earth from another planet, and an egg so big it must have belonged to a megalosaurus, a prehistoric human skull squatted in a plinth. It was a bizarre-looking half-human, half-ape. "What's this?" asked the girl. Dottie ambled over. "Don't know. I wouldn't touch it if I were you. It looks spooky." "If you think that skull looks spooky, you've never met Miss Curdle." "Who?" "She ran the orphanage I escaped from, and she's got warts bigger than this." Elsie rested her hand on top of the skull, and it wobbled slightly. Intrigued, the girl rotated the top piece of the skull back from the jaw. Click! Suddenly, the pair realized they were spinning around. Whee! Elsie, touching the skull, had opened a secret door. Now they were plunged into total darkness. "Ah!" they screamed. Darkest hour, darkest dark. "Something's grabbing hold of me," yelled Dottie. "Something's grabbing hold of me," yelled Elsie. "Help!" they screamed. "I think we might be grabbing hold of each other," said the girl. "Oh, yes. Shall we let go?" "Yes." They did so. "That's better," said Dottie. "Where are we?" asked Elsie. Still in the Natural History Museum in London. Yes, I know that. All right. I mean, where in the museum are we? Don't know, answered Dotty. I've been cleaning this place for donkey's years, and I ain't never been in here. It must be a secret room. A secret room? Cool, blimey. Elsie couldn't hide her excitement. Let's explore. You go first, said Dotty. I'll be right behind you, in case of an attack from the rear. Knowing the old dear was frightened, Elsie said, Hold my hand. Together, they made their way across the dark room towards a faint flicker of light. On closer inspection, it turned out to be the dusty old bottle, thick with cobwebs. The girl blew on the bottle to reveal its contents. A light was dancing under the glass. It was as if a ghost were trapped in there. It's alive, said Elsie. How can a bottle be alive? Don't know, but look, something's inside. Dotty peered in. Very queer. Whatever you do, don't touch it. Like most children, Elsie had selective hearing, and on this occasion chose not to listen. She reached out her hand to touch the bottle. Ouch! She yelled, recoiling in pain. What did I tell you? It's hot. The girl pulled down the sleeve of her coat to save her fingers from the burning. I wonder what's inside, she pondered. Whatever you do, repeated Dotty, don't open it. Again, the child chose not to listen, and slowly she began easing the cork out of the bottle. I said don't, repeated Dotty. Pop! A bolt of light shot out, illuminating the room for a split second in a brilliant bright white. Zing! Elsie! Shouted Dotty. It was too late. The fizzing beam hit Elsie and her whole body lit up. Jolts of light buzzed all over her. Ah! She screamed. Her hair stood on end, then smoke billowed from her ears. Was she going to explode? Then, as quickly as the light had appeared, it disappeared. Elsie slumped to the floor like a sack of potatoes. Food. Splash! The next thing Elsie knew, she was wet, soaking wet. Her eyes opened to see Dotty standing over her, holding a bucket. Splash! Another wave of freezing cold water drenched her. Splash! And another. Next lady began slapping the girl around the face. Slap, 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 slap. Wake up, Elsie! Elsie! Wake up, please! Don't die on me! All right, I am awake, she called up. Dotty began shaking the girl just to make sure. Stop shaking me. Oh, sorry, said Dotty. What on earth was in that bottle? My reading ain't so good. The lady read aloud what was scrawled on the table. Lightning. Lightning in a bottle? That's what it says. How can you catch lightning in a bottle? That's impossible. Nothing is impossible, child, came a voice from the shadows. All right, my friends, that does it today for chapters 17 and 18 of our book. Remember, you are now going to be answering your questions. Do not just put I don't know or no or not today. You must answer in complete sentences or you will not get a good score, right? Do your best work. All right, here we go. Let's see if you can remember. You're going to shout out the answer, and I only want to do it once this time. So, are you ready? I said, are you ready? All right. For the thousands in attendance in this classroom right now, you will be answering these questions with complete sentences. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow, and don't forget to click submit. Now, I want to look some more into those world's worst parents. Famous for being the cleverest of a strongman, as he got a C in pottery.